Welcome to the DMing Dad YouTube channel. I'm the DMing Dad and I'm here to help you enjoy Dungeons & Dragons by providing tips, tricks, and guides to creating family-friendly content for your next D&D game. If you're new to D&D, a new DM, or a parent that just wants to introduce your kids to Dungeons & Dragons, you're in the right place. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button and attune to the notification bell so you can keep up to date on our latest videos.
I was watching the Dora the Explorer movie, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and I was inspired to create this video. Today we're going to look at how you can use your kids' favorite cartoons and write your next family-friendly Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Let's start with one of the most formulated cartoons of all time, Dora the Explorer. Dora and her cousin Diego were TV time favorites for both of my kids when they were young. The simple 1-2-3 goal exploration formula combined with Dora's regular habit of breaking the fourth wall to talk to the audience made the show engaging and interesting to follow. The simple and colorful cast of characters was fun to follow through on a railroad-style adventure. Each episode is a fully encompassed railroad adventure in 5 parts. After a short opening act which sets the adventure hook, Dora is presented with a map to her goal. The map has 3 exploration waypoints such as Spooky Forest, Troll Bridge, and Schoolhouse. Along the way, Dora will encounter an obstacle at each location. Usually waypoint number 2 will require a short side trip to gather something they need to resolve that section of the adventure. In the end, Dora reaches the destination and accomplishes the goal of her adventure. Another form of narrative railroad is the Choose Your Adventure books and video games. Let's explore how to create a D&D adventure using the same system. While exploring or traveling, the party encounters a plot-changing event or decision point. The outcome of that can split the story, leading to more exploration and travel. The process continues until the adventure ends. Depending on your adventure, the party may be able to return to the original adventure path by making the right decision at the next event. For example, the high road and low road both lead to the castle. The high road encounters trolls, and the low road encounters goblins, but they both lead to the castle. Because we want to make players feel like their actions matter and affect the world, good DMs will prepare multiple possible endings for the adventure. Don't think of it as just pass and fail. Think of it in terms of different levels of failure and success. Maybe the party arrives late and interrupt the bad guys and they get away with some of the treasure. Let's look at some examples of great kids cartoons you can use to get inspired or just completely copy for your next D&D adventure. Star vs. the Forces of Evil follows the Princess Star, equal parts warrior and wizard, along with her mundane human friend Marco, on a danger-laden romp through the multiverse. The Forces of Evil, led by Ludo, wage a relentless assault on her in the vain effort to steal her magical wand. This butt-kicking princess takes no grief or prisoners. The story alternates between the formulated villain attacks and the exploration of various other worlds and dimensions. Along the way, the characters' backstories are explored and other characters are added to the cast. Winx Club was one of my daughter's favorites. While I objected to the unattainable body imagery presented by the cartoon, the good versus evil theme and the magical nature of the characters made this series entertaining and a great source for game ideas. Later seasons introduced more male characters and male-focused storylines in an effort to widen the audience appeal. My son was not fooled for a moment by this and would leave the room every time my daughter started an episode. So, he never recognized the plot lines that went directly from the show to the table. Code Lyoko, which is a favorite for our entire family, uses a combination of traditional and 3D animation to tell the story of a group of kids that live in 2 different realities. One is the real world, and the other is a virtual reality running on an abandoned supercomputer. The kids quickly find out that the original creators of the computer and the virtual reality world were killed by the evil computer virus Xana. The team of boarding school tweens spends their free time battling Xana's evil minions while trying to rescue the creator's daughter from her digital imprisonment. The tragically short Gravity Falls cartoon is fantastic family viewing and a great source for inspiration. The twins Dipper and Mabel spend an adventure-filled summer at their Uncle Stan's Mystery Shack. Led by clues found in a set of mysterious journals, the duo encounters numerous monsters, villains, and fantastical beasts while trying to solve the series-long mystery of the journal's author. Time travelers to an immortal former president and even magical unicorns and vicious garden gnomes. Nothing is too outlandish for this cartoon. Troll Hunters and the various spin-offs like Three Below are another of our family favorites. The story centers around a normal high school boy that is thrust into the role of hero when he finds a magical amulet. The zany double-life balancing act shows us just how magical and mysterious the world around us really could be. Oblivious parents and teachers strive to help the main character who's struggling in school. All the while he spends sleepless nights in a struggle to learn how to master his magical armor and weapons before the evil villain arrives to crush him and destroy the world. Unless you've been living in a tower guarded by an evil dragon, you will recognize the fabulously successful Dragon Riders franchise. Popular with kids and grown-ups alike, the Dragon Riders many animated series and movies are inspiring and dramatic. The fantastic journey from discovery of dragons to building of deep, meaningful bonds with the majestic beasts is exactly the kind of material you can incorporate into your game. We're currently on our 4th binge viewing of the fantastic series The Dragon Prince. This cartoon is quintessential Dungeons & Dragons. This is a story that helps kids see how racial hatred can be overcome by getting to know one another. Misunderstandings, mistrust, and miscommunications drive wedges between characters who struggle to build friendships, all the while on an epic journey to save one dragon and the whole world. Okay, Dungeon Master, it's time to go spend some time watching some cartoons with the kids, and be sure to take some good notes for your next game.
If you like what you see here and want to support the channel, head over to our Patreon. Patrons get early access to blogs and videos, as well as a say in what content ends up on my YouTube channel. You could even get a custom character created just for you by me, the DMing Dad. As always, check the Hoobage joint below for more details on today's video, links, and ways you can engage with me on your favorite websites. Until next time, my intrepid heroes, keep your sword sharp and your mind sharper. Want to see more from the DMing Dad? Check out one of these cool videos.